Welcome to match 4 of this modern Affinity League. We are currently 1-2, having lost to Infect, Jund, and then winning against Green-Black. Green-Black almost Jund. We're on the play, and this hand is interesting. I can make some plays, I have some acceleration. It's a bit land heavy, but I do have the Ravager path that I can make more use of these citadels with. Being on the play, I think I'm okay with this. Ravager can do some business. Turn 1 I can play the Scourge, plus the Opal. If I had another 1-drop, it'd be even better, because I had Citadel, Opal, Scourge, and the 1-drop. But that's not the case, so instead, I'm going to play the Nexus, and the Scourge, and the Opal. And then next turn we can do shenanigans where I play Citadel, play Ravager, and not activate Inkmoth Nexus. Unless another mana source comes the way. Bloodstained Mire into Blood Crypt says Inquisition. Bye bye Ravager. Good night, Nettie. Thanks for joining. Glad to see you could make it. Blinkmoth Nexus. Alright, let's do some damage splitsies. Because who doesn't like splitting damage? Me, I don't like it. Well, I do and I don't, to be honest. 2 black mana. What are you doing with 2 black mana? Opponent? Collective Brutality. With a whole bunch of modes? Ooh. It's probably Mardu Pyromancer or something of that ilk. Dump a bunch of cards into the field. If they dumped one Reveler, but all of these other cards, I bet they have another one in hand. That feels bad. What are they going to do on my upkeep? Kill the Opal? No, they can't do anything. Why do they have a stop on my draw step? Opponent, get rid of your thing. Holding up the game. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and get in for more infect damage. Since I'm not really getting anywhere with regular damage right now. And I can split it on later turns if necessary. But they probably have something like K-Command. Or Lingering Souls. Yes, Lingering Souls. Very bad. Another Ornithopter does not help our case. I can now no longer attack with any of my guys. This is good. This is grand. I would love Master of Ethereum or Etched Champion. Actually, Etched Champion would probably be better. Blood Moon. Alright, well. That's a thing. They shut themselves off of black mana, though. Mox Opal. Come on, deck. Is there any reason to even play this Spire? Not yet. I just pretend I have cards in my hand. I could attack with the Ornithopters to send a message. Really, any of my payoff cards would be nice right now. Yeah, you only have red mana, opponent. I don't know if you thought you had black mana, but you don't. Ravager's pretty good. He'll do some stuff. He can make an Ornithopter bigger. Which will probably end up being the play. Not right now, because I'd rather actually swing with the Ravager. Young Pyromancer. Yeah, still gonna... Oh my goodness gracious. Well, I'm gonna have to draw some actual threats pretty soon here, right? So they have what? Access to Bolt? I'm gonna get in with a Ravi boy. And he's gonna eat a bunch of lands. Not yet, though. Not gonna bother doing that yet. I will cast this Opal to have more Ravager access. Well, and actual colored mana access. Because that's a thing. I'll only need it for Master of Ethereum Game 1, but, ooh, getting in with young Pyro. Yeah, that makes sense. Get the damage while you can, sort of thing. I'm gonna take it, because I'm not that scared. I like this. I like you, Mr. Cranial Plating. You look real good right now. You looking fine. I do not have the ability to insta-equip it, but that is okay. If they go to try to kill Ornithopter, I will consider sacrificing Ravager onto it, but I think they're just going to chump block here, which makes sense. I'm not going to eat stuff with to the Ravager, I don't think, because that weakens Cranial Plating. Yeah. This seems fine right now. Yeah, they're gonna bolt it. Okay, so then the question becomes, how all in do I go on this? They might have multiple bolts. I think I probably just eat it. Tough choice. I think because I have another Ornithopter, I should probably just eat it to the Ravager. But that means some sad things, like he'll be able to chump block again. Yeah, I don't like the idea of leaving it open to a double bolt and just losing both Ravager and the Ornithopter, so I'm going to eat the Ornithopter. And I'm going to eat another Citadel. Get in for 4. That seems okay. Then I'll just equip over here. I probably could have gotten in for 5, maybe 6, since I don't really need these two. Yeah, Pyromancer's a safe attack for them. And they're just going to slowly be chipping away at me while they can chump my attacks for a while. I would really like Etch Champion. Steel Overseer's okay. Means my guys get a bit bigger. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get in with both. I'm going to leave this until after combat. Oops, can't undo that. Wasn't trying to. I was trying to attack with both of my creatures. Overseal will be nice because it'll make Ornithopter bigger and less prone to dying to a bolt. But something tells me they're on chumping duty right now. The fact that they are chumping might have something to do with it. Oh my god, another lightning bolt. Disgusting. Opponent, you are not very nice. I have an inkling that they might try to bolt the Ravager in response to this. They are thinking about it. They're thinking about a lot of stuff. What do we have here? This is my... Why is my graveyard up here? Go back from whence you came. That was weird. I don't know how that popped up there. So how are we doing up here? Why? What is going on? Yeah, this is fine. What? I'm hitting the 1 button, which should be okay. What are you targeting? I don't understand what's happening here. That was getting really weird. I'm gonna stop hitting 1, I guess. Because whatever's happening when I press 1, it's freaking everything out. And I guess for kicks, I'm gonna put this on the Overseer. So where do I see users in chat? There we go. Okay, yep, faithless looting. It's pretty good for them. They get more duders. Wish we'd gotten this Overseer a little sooner, because that would have allowed the Ornithopters to have a better chance of surviving. But I think I was correct in seeing that they had double bolt in hand. Reveler. And I am fresh out of flyers, which is going to be a problem. Yeah, they're going to be a bit too far ahead now, I think. I'm going to not block either of those. I think I have to do a turn and go on. Ooh, that's so good. So good. I don't think I could have asked for a much better top deck. Because that can block him, and I can go on the offensive. Because they'd have to triple block to have a chance of killing it. Yeah, that seems fine. Ravager's getting in, baby. I do have to keep in mind... Oh, I probably should have put the plating on the Ravager. That might have been dumb. But it's okay. We'll put it over here. So, Overseer cannot yet block Pyromancer. He can next turn. Etch Champion lets me get in for some serious damage, which is exciting to me. Can get in for 10, 11. So not quite yet lethal, so I probably have to sit back with him, I think. Or can I survive? I'm at 10. That's a bit more dicey than I would like. Bright side, opponent can only get in with that spirit right now. Yep. Opponent getting in for 1. I think I can... Ooh, Welding Jar. Welding Jar is decent, but not the best. What would I have liked? I guess my other Etch Champion would have been pretty sweet. Cranial Plating would have also been really good. That would have been, pretty sure that would have been a win. But they only have red mana, which is bolts and stuff. So I think all I have to do is survive until I can swing in with Etch Champion. Alternatively, I could swing in with Champion now and threaten the kill next turn. How does that pan out for me? 11... Oh. Duh, I can just Ravager onto Champion. I have this. Can't believe I did not see that right away. Unless... Oh no, because I can welding jar. Beginning of combat. Etched champion. Yep. And no, stop pulling out my graveyard. I do not know why my graveyard keeps popping out. That was silly. Alright, Mardu Pyromancer. We like grids. We like whip flares. We might like Rest in Peace. It's good against Faithless Looting, Lingering Souls, Reveler. Yeah, I've already talked myself into it. It's good against 3 cards. And I also like the Thought Seizes. This is the matchup that I board in the most against. I board in what is perhaps a ridiculous amount. But I have a lot of things that I can board out. Like those Signal Pests. Like these Memnites. Like 1 Blast and 1 Vault Scourge. The reason I do those is because on their own, Signal Pests are not very good and they just die to Lingering Souls. Memnites, they're not going to get past tokens, and the Vault Scourge is just an expensive 1/1 flyer. The lifelink is marginally helpful. I don't have any notes on taking out Master of Ethereum, but I could see an argument for taking out Master for, say, Stubborn Denial. Also, considering I have a whole bunch of colored drops, getting a cheaper one is a little bit better. But this pumps all my artifacts, which is pretty good. I'm going to try it without him, because that's what I used to play anyway. Alright, let me update the match record. 2-1-0. Okay. Excellent. Alright. This hand is disgusting. And not in a good way. It has no ramp. Ravager's very vulnerable to any of their removal. I'm gonna mulligan. This is slightly better, but pretty mana greedy. I need a land to even have a chance of casting anything. This champion's not gonna get off very well. If I can get a land, though, Rest in Peace is pretty sweet. On the draw with a scry. I'm going to keep, because they usually have hand hate. I'm going to bottom that. And it looks like it's going to be a not so lucky one. Hoping for another land in the next 2 draw steps. Yeah, there's some hand hate. So mulliganing down would have been even worse. But I would have guessed they take Rest in Peace, but Thoughtseize works too. I'm going to play the Spire because they know about it, and then I have the ability to play Rest in Peace next turn in the event that they don't have a hand hate for it. Champion's probably not coming out too soon, since I can't protect it. Stony Silence. Yeah. Luckily, that doesn't do much against me right now. It does stop that Springleaf Drum, but it doesn't stop this Rest in Peace. Oh, wait. Ha 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 ha. Can't cast the Rest in Peace yet, because I don't have an artifact. Yeah. Well, gonna play the Springleaf Drum, and then I can cast it next turn, I guess. Because now I do own an artifact. It's a good thing I have Grid. Not going to be able to cast it unless I get a land next turn. A non-Darksteel Citadel land. If you could bless me with that deck, I would be grateful. Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is pretty good. Well, do I want to take a look at their hand, or do I want to stop the grave? They were pretty adamant about getting rid of my other Thoughtseize. So I'm going to go ahead and go after their hand. It hurts to do it, but we're doing it. Oh boy. They discard a card, destroy target artifact, 2 damage to any target, or Liliana. Or Reveler. Reveler lets them reload. They can K-command to get it back. How bad are either of these? Liliana's pretty bad, and I can't do too much about it yet. Ugh. I do not like this. I'm gonna grab Lily Girl. Oh, I suppose... No, they could have K-commanded on their turn. So... Springleaf Drum not being able to do anything might actually hurt a fair amount. And there's another drum. Well, I guess I'm just casting Rest in Peace for more pain. To stop them from using Reveler. And I'm really hoping for a land that's not a citadel. But this Stony might actually get me. This is probably that K-command. Probably discard a card, destroy target artifact. Because that would be fuel for grid. Yeah. I'm gonna discard Drum. I think that's probably a questionable discard. Ugh. Probably needed more artifacts around just to have champion. That is a land. I can finally cast something without having pain. Okay. With grid on the field, we're not yet out of the woods. We're definitely not out of the woods. I need some artifacts. I need a 1-drop artifact. Or a 0-drop. 0-drop would work as well. Darksteel Citadel would actually be acceptable now. The reason Darksteel would be acceptable is because I could use it for activations of Ghiraphur Aether Grid. Things are getting pretty dicey looking though. Whip Flare. That is a 0-drop. I'm a fan of that. I'm not yet going to play Etched Champion. Because he'll just die. Right? Yes, because I won't have a way to activate Nexus. So... gonna activate these. And now my question to myself is, do I wait for combat so that I have an Ornithopter blocker? I probably have to do that. It means they get more elementals before anything happens, but it's probably better this way. Because then I can block with Ornithopter and then tap to kill probably Pyromancer. Thoughtseize. Well, goodbye, Etched Champion. We were hopeful. Beginning of the combat. I can block with one of these jerks. This is not going to end well. Ravager is going to trade at best. Do I have to do that? 1, 2, 3 damage. I think I need my fuel. Yeah. Okay. So I can keep chumping like this for a while. Having another Ink Moth is actually useful because now I have 2 activations. They shouldn't be able to cast that Reveler, ever. But I'm also not... I mean, I guess I'm starting to break ahead now. But I'm at 5 life, so things don't look so good. Yeah, I really don't want to, Oh, you know what I could do? Is I can activate one of these, and I can chump block. Ooh, no, that's bad. That's a bad idea. That's a very bad idea. I'm not going to chump block. I mean, I could eat it to Ravager, but if they have any sort of removal, then it's dead. Yeah, that was a bad move. Not doing that. Declare your attacker's opponent. Yep, that makes sense. Declare attackers. So I'm going to go ahead and activate this. I'm going to go to blocks. I'm going to block a flyer. Blockers declared. End up taking 2 damage. Come on. There we go. I'm at 3. They probably bolt me and I'm dead. Opal. You do not represent another activation. You are another half of an activation. Yeah, definitely not attacking. Oh, I guess I could have attacked with Ravager because then I still had 2 activations with the Opal and Nexi. Beginning of combat. Okay. They have declared no attackers. Do I have to rush? I don't think I do. But I'm gonna do this thing where I try to kill off all their stuff. Neat. They are just most definitely hoping for Bolt at this point. I don't really have any good attacks. I guess I can attack with an Ink Moth. Is that worth it? Sure. Sure it is. Can't Ravager onto it, but I can go for the 10-turn clock. Get in with that elemental. Do it. Welp. We're going to kill the elemental, and we're going to ping them. But I definitely need to step up what I'm doing here. Because as soon as they draw a bolt, it's all over. Whip Flare, where were you so long ago? You dirty jerk. So I'm going to get in with the Ravagers. Ravager. 1, 2, 3. 2 activations. Yeah, I have a faster clock if I get in with the Ravagers. Right? Yeah. Not eating anything, because that would be bad. Not a bolt. We're so close to death. Not a bolt. Not a bolt, not a bolt, not a bolt. It's not a bolt. Do I waste the activation of Aether Grid on it? Ooh, Inquisition. You got it. But I'm going to kill your dude in response. Most definitely going to kill your guy in response. You can take my Whip Flare. It's not doing anything for me right now anyway. I'm also going to just get the other activation now. Alright, take my Whip Flare. Oh shoot, I should have killed the elemental. That was dumb. Interesting. I missed that one. Ooh, S Champion. S Champion's pretty good. Is S Champion pretty good? I think it's pretty good. Go ahead and do that. So S Champion can block. I'm going to go ahead and grid. Do they have anything that's going to have haste? I don't know if that matters. Just going to get in. Get in, get in, get in. It's a race. It's a race that I lose to any Lightning Bolt-esque top deck. This is intense. Starting to sweat. Ooh. Yes. That's awesome. I'm pretty sure they're dead now. So we go like that. And like that. 4, 8. Combat damage. Sweet. Got there. Ayo. All right. That has to really suck for the opponent because they were so close to killing me that game. They probably, in all likelihood, should have had that. But luck held out, and Ghiraphur Aether Grid, MVP. Rest in peace also might, because then that stopped their Reveler. So, all right, 2-2. Hoping to break even. See you in the final match.